they started moving. This player is stuck against the barrier down here. That's not a good sign. Not a good start to their job.
Ow.
You had all the space in the world and you went really close to the fence. What's the benefit of that? Promos does take a bit of time, yes. That's their method of doing it. At least they have a timeline of what they're doing. It would be interesting if TMP did, but I don't think there's much on that timeline. Ah. Yeah, you're not gonna break free of that. Ironically, you need someone to push. A bit more power, no, a bit more power and it might break that free. Need someone to push, really. That's a shame. I've had mac and cheese. Vet mac and cheese. Jack? Huh? He's dead. He's pushing. Oh, he's free. He's free from the lamp. But this is Andy, by the way, next to me there. Hey, it might be a word of Chuck's job. It's unlikely. This looks like a quick job. Or they've just bought their first vehicle. Solving one problem and then you end up in another problem. You see, that's exactly how this works. There we go. Now if we go out a bit, 1,000 ping. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Yeah. Luckily this isn't in a busy place. There you go. Perseverance. It worked. Now I really hope they don't crash on the very next corner they encounter. That'd be unfortunate. Hello, Club. Welcome in. Easy to make. Oh, I haven't heard of that version of it. No, I haven't heard of that. If it's a different version of what the classic meal is. Right. Let's see what hell looks like. 100% trailer damage. You might get like a tiny amount of money from that. Yes, it's not going to be just on shorts. I'm trying it out because there's been updates, or they will be doing updates eventually to show that we pushed more into that feed. So there's both. This platform, you'll probably get it next year or the year after. The purple one will also be doing the same. They want to work on vertical streaming. I don't know how that's going to work. It will be pushed in the same way through the app, I guess. In the clips feed, which, does that even look good? Does that even work properly? Supposedly in that feed, so. The H word? What H word? Hell? Why am I offending by saying that, huh? That's what it's like. How many mods active? As in game? No, I don't know how many. No one at this particular millisecond. Oh, there we go. I was going to say no one was looking at the reports, so. It could be for IRL. Yeah, it could be for IRL. And now, of course, now that they allowed multi-streaming, you may as well go all in with that. There's many things you want. So right now I have 5 going. Not on 5 platforms. But, you know, so people on all over the place can see it. Hello, Highway, welcome in. Oscar, Andre, welcome in.
Ow.
10 platforms. Yeah, I just needed I need another screen just to show all the previews of that. No, they're all in the background. What you do is you, on the site that it's playing through, just pause it. I don't need to watch back my own stream. If anything goes wrong to that stream, I'm sure people in the relevant chat would tell me that. Right? They'd probably tell me that. Schmedeman sent the wrong message. Did it? Are you sure? No, he sent the right one. If you read it carefully. But it's funny how it says it's running. Like, thanks, stream elements. You don't have to tell the chat that the bot is now running. We don't need that, do we? Maybe that was the wrong one. Well, quote, wrong one. Selling merch on 1,000 phones? Yes. I've seen some of those really, they sound very dystopian where someone's just constantly selling stuff. Or that woman that went quite viral where she is showcasing outfits and dresses and things like that. But she's only wearing each one for like 3 seconds. It's insane. Just efficient, just constant swapping. Very, very productive. God damn. COVID. Yeah, during that time, of course, everyone was home, so of course that would make sense. Because the only people that would be out would be the ones delivering said items, I guess. perhaps? Hello, Yush. Potential Route 66 achievement. Yeah, probably. Then it would be nice to have one as a... What they need to do is add more actual challenging achievements. So maybe achievements that are either actually very difficult to obtain, or ones that level up. So when they have the entire Route 66, all the way along, I don't know how far across it goes, that's a bonus one. To somehow drive the length of it, either on the job or just normally. Why can we not do that? That'd be good. Hello, Ooster. Your eat is ready. Enjoy your eat. Save the 3 stream streak as well. Yeah, the stream streak thing is also... It's been in there for a little while now. It's a good idea. They do need to add more of it. You hate they changed it to that. No, that's even easier. Which is good. That's the point. You have a consistent way of achieving the achievement, because otherwise it will get so impossible for players that start playing now. Like the Pathfinder one. That used to be 100%. If the map keeps expanding, how are you supposed to chase 100%? You'll never do it. So, I don't know how long it takes you to do 40,000. That's a fair amount of roads. But again, this is where your ultimate achievement should be. There should be an ultimate one for reaching 1 million. Not many people have 1 million. So... Then, how you doing? Welcome in. Did I know that Tuna is a bad moderator? No, I didn't know that. Because I don't think they are a bad one. What makes them a bad one? Were you banned by them? Is that why? Both of you deserve that. This person is... You're getting closer and closer and closer, and they just happen to have that little lag thing as people from the train line. Slowing down in advance, not slamming the brakes, just gently slowing down, because of course there's traffic, and you both crashed. Spatial awareness doesn't exist. Just why? And then we got this one going for it. Just why? Best car you can get without being patron. The Mazda is modelled on the Skoda. I don't know the exact performance difference between the two, whether it has even been tweaked or not. It's basically just a visual shell on top of pretty much the same vehicle, with maybe a slightly different sound on it. So it's up to you. Up to you what you want. You cannot change too much about the Mazda, like wheels, extra, additional items on top of it. You can with the Skoda, so. Kilometers. Yeah. I would like to see, like, challenging, or at least level up achievements. That would be nice. This one, they don't get very far. We only saw the achievement. Yes, it's over the solid line, but it stops there. They probably went all the way down, but we didn't see that. So we only saw the car. You are. What's him? Sim 1. Sim 1 today. Because you can see this place is busy, so that's exactly why. Black is sake of the gifts. Yes, I've turned off. There would normally be goals down here on the vertical views, but they wouldn't make sense on the YouTube version because they don't relate to that platform. So. Yeah, the cargo chains one. I like ones like that. More actual challenges. We have to do them in a particular order. That's good. I like that. Give some challenging achievements. I don't know if the game is ranked in a different way if, for example, none of the players can obtain an achievement because it is too difficult. They might complain about it, but that's just, you know, that's a skill issue on their behalf, not the company's behalf. Isn't it? If it is a challenge that is possible but requires quite a bit of skill, then, you know, reverse a double. It's doable. A lot of people cannot do it, but a lot of people can. So... You can't play because it says you don't own a DLC. Sharing DLCs. I don't think it lets you play with that. Because they're not in... How does that even work? Do they appear in your library? Or do they appear because they're shared? They're not directly in your library. I don't know if that works. I've never tried it, so... Can you smuggle stuff? No. No, you can't do that. You can't steal something from a company. You just start the job and that's it. It's not that realistic. That would be interesting. You'd need GTA levels of gameplay for that. Hello, EU. TMP blocks it, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes. So apparently you cannot. The Orange Express one, 1%. Good. Means it's a good achievement. Challenging achievement. Allows people to push themselves through that. Nice. Good job. Comes from weigh stations, search your cargo. You can be told to pull into weigh stations to weigh you. I don't think you can fail it, though. It's not possible to fail it. You can have a heavy trailer. I don't know what happens if you go through one of those and you've modified to weigh 300 tons, for example. Is it going to fine you? Does he actually fine you? It's usually fine. They would need to have... maybe take a page out of Star Trucker's book and things like that, where if you enter into certain districts, you're not allowed to bring certain items there. So like your collectibles and things you salvage. The alcohol, for example, you can't drink it, but you're not allowed to bring alcohol there because it gets confiscated and you get fined. So imagine if in certain countries in the real world, certain items were banned, and then in-game you couldn't take those items there. Bit of knowledge that you have to keep in mind, because then if you get there you get fined, perhaps, or in the weigh station, for example. Yeah, that can be a good idea. You're still banned. Congrats. Hello Jack, how you in? So we've got a Jack in 2 platforms now. How am I going to refer to each one of you? That's interesting. Yes, people with high ping, you just have to unfortunately try your best. If you're behind one of them, then you can try and keep your distance, but unfortunately even that isn't enough. It's a shame. Can you play while high? Well, there's nothing stopping you, but if anything happens due to your reduced reaction time, then that's on you, isn't it? Same with being drunk. Not recommended to do either of those in the real world either, is it? Hello Jack B, see, at least your name has something else. The other two are literally just called Jack. 80 ping is very good. Generally, for most games, as long as you've got a decent connection to begin with, maybe Ethernet, not Wi-Fi, anything under 100 ping is fine. You shouldn't be lacking much. Generally, it's okay. Had a stand at your Freshers Fair? Are we doing that already? Good God. Freshers Week. Oh. Quiz and Trivia Society. Did you have people sign up to that? How'd it go? Can I look at you? Look at your vehicle? I don't need to look at it just for the sake of seeing it. You can take a picture if you want. They weren't paying attention, were they? Because you were in a straight line. Realised that last second, but why did you swerve towards them? You have the grass, man. Why you swerve towards it? And then we're gently slowing down there. Interesting. Why? They didn't say anything, actually. Nothing was in the chat. Neither from the reporter as well. Now, I'm not going to blame them for swerving into them, because it's just a response. This is a bit silly, though. It's a little bit silly. You were distracted at the time. I want to see what you say. Shouldn't be distracted at the wheel. No sound? Dwarfy? What happened? Oh, for the member thing. No, there's no alert for that. I didn't set it up. At least it was disabled when I disabled the member things. I appreciate that. I need to set things up properly. It counts because I can see it. It says subscribed, which is funny because when someone subscribes, like following, it says following. That's how it should be. Do I like doing it? Yes. I don't do it too much, but I still enjoy doing it. If you don't enjoy doing something, why are you doing it? Computer animation and visual effects. Oh, that could be quite good. Possible to play Pro Mods without any DLC. You'll need to go back in time. There are some very old versions of Pro Mods where you didn't require the DLC. I think there is Pro Mods Classic. Whatever you require for that, I don't know. But the newest version of Pro Mods needs the DLC. Can't avoid that. So, hello, John. Welcome in. TMP, yes. 29 milliseconds. That's completely fine. It's lovely. Oh, it was an anniversary one-off. Ah, I wanted to see that. Oh, it would have been a good idea. But then again, you can't go too far back in the game versions without downloading a potentially sketchy file. Not compatible? Oh. Well, no, it wouldn't be with newer versions. It would be with older versions. Back at the time. Did you do anything else? No. What outcome did you expect? Maybe they thought because of here they were in front. You're not in front. Because you were both accelerating towards the incident area. So come on then. NPC traffic, no you don't. No, NPC traffic isn't enabled on any of the servers, unfortunately. It would be nice if it would be, but no. Sound is broken, chat. We've done it. You hear that? It's already broken. And I'm not even in Duisburg. I don't think that's a record of how quickly my sound can break. But now for the rest of the stream, unless I restart my game, my sound will be broken. So ETS2 LA can work, but it's a bit buggy. If you crash due to relying on this silly program, then that's your fault. Does that make sense? Audio ducking. I do have that turned on. But the thing is, you don't want it to be loud when I'm not speaking, because when the engine sounds bug out, and you can constantly hear it anyway, it is loud. In the recorded version, there's no ducking going on, because I don't want that. In the editing software, that's where I enable that. You were squeezing against them. See? What was your plan there? 2 people, 1 report. Consecutive routes of deliveries: LA, Barstow, Kingman, Albuquerque, Amarillo, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Springfield, St. Louis, Chicago. That'd be insane. Ultimate achievement there. There can be many ideas for, should we call them like elite achievements? The really good achievements, perhaps? Pro level? Bonus? That kind of stuff. Did you get stuck because you were trying to turn around? What happened there? I'll kick him in a minute. I just wanted to see how you got there, though. Oh, you intentionally just went past. Oh, I see. Okay. Hello, Queen. Big fan. Which one was it, though? Was it that one with the... This one? With the red and orange? I see, I see. That one's going up the ramp. Right here, that one. And then this was the one that also turned around, right? Yes. The blue with the nature stuff on it. I don't think the game likes me going in and out of the report. Who are they? This one. Don't do that. And now you made this one get stuck as a result. Come on now. So yeah, this is where it would be good to have the game volume be up, because you might hear background sounds very quietly. For the most part, it doesn't work. I wish you could just reload the sound without restarting the game. Would be nice. Hello, small bit. Animation for cargo. I hope they will eventually add that. In 156, they've added a little bit more, apparently. I really want to see that. Maybe for grain, like they did for the first time in ATS, in the grain trailers in ETS. That would be nice. Which we'll have to see. Can't find play without ID. Oh, can we not? Are you typing the number wrong? You can still hear there's a car engine sound. That's not the same person. That's different. They're all different people. This is why I don't like when people say random IDs in chat. It's maximum of 4 numbers. And they still get it wrong. Why? Why does that happen? Logs, metal, scrap, pipes. That's very good. I wouldn't say constantly flying over, but a handful of times they may be flying over, but you'll never know that. You wouldn't know that. In between reports, like I sometimes do, you fly over. So. Hello, DK. Yeah, if that achievement idea would be interesting to Route 66, if you do it in order. Or in reverse order, but like the particular order from either way around, that'd be good. It has to be like that.
It's the funny number time dink donk flush shidges.
69 years. I appreciate that. Yes, big fan. Screenshot it. Goes in the channel, doesn't it, hey? I appreciate that. Big fan. Allure, welcome in. How you doing? I'm doing well. Are you a bot? Better not be. Hope you're doing well. Ruby, how you doing? The green platform is full of them, so you've got to make sure. TMP account is linked to your ETS2 and the email is wrong. You can contact support for, if it's a TMP account problem, that's for support. This. Similar situation as one previously, but a bit slower this time. Overtaking is fine, depends on how you do it, depends on where you do it. Wanted to change lane quite badly. At least it's so slow that people won't really damage each other. They'll just nudge each other. That's just very poor planning on their behalf. At the start, I don't know. Oh, really? Oh, there, yes. Well spotted. This one was more obvious. But hang on a minute. No, so that proves then, of course, they're doing the thing where you change whatever lane is in front. You could have stayed in the left lane, but you didn't. So now both of them add up. Stay in the left lane, you're good in the left lane, but because the right lane was moving a little bit further ahead, they went in the right-hand lane. Any means of getting further ahead. That's how they do that. Good job. Thank you for the follow, Allure. Ben as well. I can see all of them. It's magic. Mirrors? No, they don't exist. But they also think the mirrors can be deceiving. Because if you appear to be in front of a person, then you are. Apparently, you don't need any extra space. So, hello with him. DLC. I think it's Louisiana next. We'll have a look at that. That's interesting. How long have you been into streaming? That's a very bot-like question. I don't like that question. What a peculiar question. Been into it for quite a while. I've been doing it for quite a while. This one, well, yeah. Is it because you took so long to move that you were going around the other people while it was red and then it eventually went green? Yeah. Don't ask. Okay, I'm just making sure, because almost every single time someone comes in, at least previously, I had one. I'm making doubly sure that you are a real person. I think you are. That wasn't that bad. Given the circumstances that at the beginning of the report, anyway, this immediately, there's just that. This game is the main game that I stream. You'll mostly see this one. I do play other ones. I have an alt account that I haven't streamed on yet that I might use at some point if I ever decide to play other things. It's mostly this one. Most of the content is around this game. Stuck on the lamp. That's a problem as well. How long have you been in the team? A number of years. Quite a few years. Quite a while. You see? Time is flying by. Favorite game? Would be funny to say no. I don't know if I have an actual favourite game. I don't play too many, but there isn't one that screams at me being like, oh my god, I love this game. Yari, you're here. That's your name. You said it on the TikTok account first, and then you copy-pasted the message. It's you. You're here. Who are you waiting for? What are you talking about? Come on, man. Overtaking is allowed. I'll answer that one. It can be allowed if it's done safely. Doesn't mean you can overtake anywhere, any chance you get, because that's just silly. That doesn't make sense. This is caused by them, but did they eventually teleport away? Yes, they did. And then everyone else swarms in. So you're going to have your eyes on about 5 people. I just green or black? Noxy, nice try. If it were that, then other people would be spamming about it. Nice try, Noxy. Always trying to mess with me. Hello, Yash. Hello, Abul. So you'd be looking at that one, because they're overtaken. The Yagi organization. I see, I see. That makes more sense. Took you a long time to correct your message there. By adding one word. I think they're bad and they're just a bit salty, that's all. What a shame. Well, what I can do though is, I mean, I'll just give you that because there's no point. So this one was the suspect. They were trying to go around. For some reason they weren't able to. This one was already overtaking. This one went. These two. This one went around. A lot of this would just be like kick, 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 kick. Just kick all of them. If this was in real time. Luckily, they all managed to kind of wiggle around each other, which was very interesting. Oh, there's Yori's other account. What a coincidence. It's like you have 2 identities going on there as well. One of you decides to spam and one of you decides to act like a normal person. That's very fascinating. How does that work? Post the whole server. I should. It's just a very messy situation. At least the person did move. Or teleport away eventually. Maybe someone else caused them to do that, or maybe they decided to not know how to turn a corner. And they turned the corner literally and just squished the lamp. Could have been the case. Okay. This one we have to watch all the way through. Any tips for a new player? Don't go here. That's my... If you mean for the entire game at all, focus on leveling up. Earning your skill points. Then use those skill points. If you're a new player in TMP, again, don't go here. That's it. Why don't you drive? I don't feel like it, you know. I might get a wheel one day. Maybe I'll eventually buy one. But until then, I don't know yet. Nice when you can't hear the engine sounds, hey? Really nice. Really annoying. Test adding around about? Back in the day, Queen, back in the day there was one. One of the original layouts, there was one. Yeah. OGs would remember it. Before they remade it and you had that road going around the outside leading to the port, there was a roundabout. But you know how players don't know what roundabout... You know the Duisburg roundabout? It'll be the exact same scenario there. People not really knowing what it is, how to use it, who has priority, things like that. Calais is quite bad, yes. We were just there, we were just looking at it. You can use a mod to use XP and money, yes. You can't use it directly in TMP, but you can do it in the single player first. If you want to give yourself more money than is on Earth right now, then you can. Ruins the point of you doing jobs. Because why would you earn money if you have a bajillion, quadrillion money? That was close. That was really close. This is the POV from reports. I am basically spectating this person, so my camera is locked onto them. We have to watch this all the way through. Again, you can give yourself money. It's just there's not much point for the sake of playing the game. You've broken the game's economy. Even those mods where I understand to kind of start you off, maybe you get like 10,000 XP per job, but you know, play the game, grind through the game. It doesn't take too long to progress through the game. News on console? No news on console. If there was news, I would be telling you it. Because I pay attention. That's a good swerve. Good swerve. This one didn't do that. This one wanted to, but didn't do it. You ask me every live. Yeah, one day, Mason, I'll be able to tell you news, or maybe someone else will be able to tell you news, but until then, same answer, I'm afraid. Same answer. Did the other one do... No, there was one behind, wasn't there? No, this one didn't do it. So close. Yeah, time people out of the same console, yes. You should do that. Do you have to complete a certain amount? You do whatever you want when you're on. It's volunteer. People complain about the fact that they don't have things being done or their reports time out. I understand that. It's unfortunate. The Queto. The what? Check you? Why do I need to check you? Duesberg is so quiet. Enjoy it. And metal. Yeah, when they time out, it's recommended that you... It even tells you in the chat. It tells you would recommend going on the website. Because they don't time out there. They stay there. This... Did you see this person here? This one with the double trailer? Don't be that guy. The person. Don't be this person. If you want to go into the service, just teleport into the service. Whatever damage you'd have would be worse by the time you squeeze into the service. Okay? It's not worth your time to do that. Start a fire and burn down your school. That is very unfortunate. My condolences to your school, and if there were anyone inside the building at the time. That's very unfortunate. 6 years!
6 years D. Yo, crew.
Oh god, time's flying by. Hello, Congestus. Congrats on the badge upgrade. Enjoy that. I appreciate it. Hope you've been well. You get a new badge at 6 months. And then at 9 months. And then we crash because you wanted to reserve your spot, right? Anything to get in the line, yeah? It's just extreme. Bit of a bump. One of those is more like it's just a bump rather than a crash. Like, yeah, you kind of collided with them, but, you know, they pushed them. You know? Tell you to overtake. I'm not going to tell you to overtake. If you don't know when to overtake, when it would be safe and when it isn't, then that's worrying. Don't do that. You should know. And if you don't know, then don't do it. You know you don't have to do it, right? Nothing. You hear some random engines, but they don't line up with anything you're hearing right now. I just love that my game is that broken. Hello. What are we... There's a car here as well. What are we, These two hit each other? What's going on? 200 people nearby. That's good. Yes, Sanders, I highly doubt that is that very, very specific person that is in my stream. I highly doubt that. The car hate is because it's easier to do all those bad things when in a car. Of course, it works on both sides, even in buses. Game is frozen. Even buses cause damage. But I suppose the majority of reports seen when you skim through it, it's always a car squeezing between a car, knocking out a truck and so on. Yeah, but do it. Immigration problem. It's a game. Are we not allowing players in a particular area now? What a stupid question. That car's still there, so this one does go all the way through. Because they see the bridge is empty. Empty. Domino effect. If you blink, something happens. Oh, they turned around. Focus on one at a time. One thing at a time. I'm noticing more stuff and then just saying it. Footballer, again, I highly doubt footballers would do that in their spare time. I don't know what they do in their spare time. Well, at least we see how both events happened. Just out of curiosity, you, the bridge is free. Someone is there as well. I don't know how you got there, but... Okay. Right. Here. Oh, it's you. You decide to U-turn because the traffic isn't moving, I assume, right? When is it coming to Xbox? We don't know. Why are cars stronger? They're not literally stronger, but if you hit a truck in the right place, for some reason you just go underneath it, because it's closer to the floor. They teleported there. Game is not responding. It's so broken. So when the sound dies, it's more likely that the rest of the game is going to die as well. And I don't know why. I wish it didn't happen. Just wait a minute. Just wait. Or it'll crash. And I'll have to force close it. There we go. Unreliable connection. Good job. I'm going to force quit the game so that I can reload it and actually get my sound back. Why does this happen to me? Why is my game so broken? Doesn't need validating, because it's not that. Good evening, Hayden. There we go. Let me reload the damn game, please. Instance is already running. No, it isn't. Come on. Come on. Nice. Come on. Come on. Before TikTok thinks that I don't have anything open. Nice. Loading up. Bada bing, bada boom. Continue. There we go. Manually? No, it doesn't work that way. It's not like the sound device is dead. There is still sound coming out of the game, but it's not between the players. It's complicated to explain. The evidence, I put it on Medal. Medal, which is a program that you can use to clip, but it's also a program you can use to upload and host videos. Pretty good program. What are we talking about? It's the player that's in the chat who decides to just whatever, and then Sadness is going on a kind of weird ramble of listing everyone they know that has that name. I don't know what they're talking about. By live moderating? No, I don't think so. But I've never done it where I've checked and not done any reports and then intentionally listed when I tab out and tab back in again. So let's, for a little bit, not do any. Maybe. Right? We're alive. I admire the enthusiasm of that. I see. You, however, as mentioned before, you seem to have an alter ego because your friend, who has basically the exact same name, your alt account, said something very different and decided to get timed out. So, White Volvo. The report timed out, so I don't know what number the report actually was. If you remember what number it was, I don't remember what it was. It didn't delete, it just timed me out of the report. Yeah, it was very weird, that one. This one is the patron cargo, which has Hawley but is uncovered this time. Well, hello, are you actually pretending? Oh, a lot of laughing going on. I don't know what else you're saying. I don't know what any of that means. Remove... Hang on. Impersonation. Remove plate. Service isn't that far away. $793. Well, I don't want to load it up because I want to do this test and see how when it dies. Hello, Mage. Welcome in. Galox. This is in Calais. I myself am not physically driving in Calais. I'm not in Calais. Server name is Sim1. Simulation 1. You were just typing this person. They have police in both of their plates. Yeah, I know. I was curious about the ID. So, we'll see. Are they going to understand? Again, they have it written in English. So do you understand being told to remove the plate? Hope so. If they do comply, then my camera will snap to a different position, which is why I'm keeping the camera here. But it's funny, my friend. Do not add them, Sadness. How can you send a video? You make a report on the website for it. Make a report for it. Wow, have you seen the chat? Wow. Well, I'm looking at this person first. I can't look at both, can I? You've got a bit of offensive, you know, racism in the chat. You've got the window plates. They know which plate it is. You can't use the normal underneath plate. You can't change that in game. I don't even think you can change it on the car either, without save editing. You can't World of Trucks that one. May as well. Well, too late now. Yeah, did you? Of course they did. Oh. Who is this in the corner, by the way? This is a friendly dot. Who's this? Or is it this one? I don't know. Showing their true colours. They're all around. I think that those types of people have been around for quite a while. It's just now they have a bit more of a platform to do it, so they're more open to doing it. It's always been silly, so. But in-game, people do it. You've got, you know, every now and then someone has the N-word as their vehicle plate. Oh, you didn't do it. Ah, well, there you go. Good job. Remove window plate. Get back, we'll do it again. Number 2. Well, Steam, what's still now? I'll have a look. Oh, it's Tybalt. Oh, I see. Hello, Low Rose. How you doing? Go to the lights. There are a lot of things happening at the lights. I want to sort out this person's plate and then go chase after the other one. They moved. Something moved. Forcing a Matilda race quit. Well, it would be annoying. If they do just leave the game, then I can't do much about that. So, there we go. That's second time. So those that were in the driving stream, when I teleported myself, your screen goes black. And then there's a message in the middle that gives you a reason. You can't miss that. $156. No, we're not on that one yet, no. 162 is a bit ambitious, though. What was your question, Armin? What was your question? What happened? Constantly see them pop up. Yes. Basically what I summarized. Because they rely on having other people that have their thoughts. They know the thoughts are bad, I think. I hope. And then they rely on having other people to say them. And then if you find someone else that has the same thought as you, but there you go. You've got a friend. You can say it now. TTS, I think on the TikTok chat I did have it enabled at some point. You had to put a dot before your message, but only if you were in the team thing. Ah, they've done it! Oh my god, thank you for removing it. Well done. It only took you two teleports to do it. Appreciate that. Well done. Right. Is the message gone? The message is gone because I did the chat history.
Testing TTS.
Oh, it works. Y'all hear that? Go back in the VOD and have a look at when the person said the very offensive Chinese comment. Who was it? Because the chat only goes up so far. That's dumb. There's that edit. We've always seen that one. Oh, we got kicked for reckless.
Hello.
Oh, that's funny. It's the
I have a
same
maths
person.
debating session today. Do you want a maths debate with me?
Ah, Connor. Not during the stream, no. Maybe not. Is that too loud, by the way? Or not? You hate that you can hear it. You can set it to be limited to a little bit more. But that's quite funny. What I can also do is you can set it to a particular level
for being
of
a
the
good
team.
sport about it.
Appreciate that. Well, that's very kind of you. Right, I've tabbed out. Log that in the system that I have done that. TTS, there we go. Team members, minimum. Let's do a minimum of 10. Just so not everyone does it. Okay? You have to have the thing that's next to your name and a 10 next to it, I think. Yeah, but at least that works. Volume also wasn't too bad. It was enough for me to hear it. Appreciate the gift. 394. This one? Yes. Okay. What are we... Are they teleported back? I don't want to click the name just in case, but that is the person. You can do it. In the TikTok chat, it's a thing that I enabled. If you're a certain level thing, then it should work. Interesting how that didn't work for Chuck Spotter then. Did I not save it? I don't know. Hello, Nick. Welcome in. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Why would you leave? Why would you leave, man? Now I have to report someone else and just bring it back to where they were. Okay, I'm going to have to look at the report now. Didn't mean to do that. Hold on a minute. No, don't switch to it. It's fine. I broke it now because no one is level 10, apparently, according to this system. Which one was it? They've already gone back, haven't they? This one. Yes. There we go. Do you have anything on your plates as well? No, you don't. But you're like that, so... Well... What's the word called? Like inappropriate chat? Not profanity. You know. I don't freaking know. Inappropriate language? It's under 1.5. I'll edit it and sort it out afterwards. There we go. Sorted that. Good. And now we're back to this. See? Just look at that and it's all a mess. Because all the people decide to just pour out of the service. Constantly just... full stream of people. What I'm going to do is I will tab out again. Keeping logs of when I do that. Do I dare load out that same report that was from before? It might have disappeared. Okay, your message from before. No, I don't see your message. Only see the message of you saying, does anyone see your message? That's the only message I see. Which is very strange. So if you had said it, it's very far up in the chat. It also may not have sent due to the chat settings, perhaps? Maybe you had a bad message? I don't know what you said. Now. No. There's been no word in between, does someone see your message and now? Or whatever you're trying to send. Was that the same car? That'd be funny if that was. If they're still trying to do the same thing, but just without the plates. Trying to police people, perhaps? That'd be funny if they were trying to do that. Please don't. There's just no need. Cold Felix, welcome in, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Tom, you out? Oh, yeah, don't say bad words. Doesn't matter where you are, don't say them. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is now just outside of Calais, going down the road towards the intersection. That's where this is. Nice. Then cut off that car. You got banned. Oh, congrats. Why? What did you do? Do you acknowledge what you did? Or is there no video on it yet? Nice. Then we got this. Oh, the panic for changing the lanes. God damn. What might be a new route? A lot of people are suggesting or hoping that... That was good. Well done. That the Alps road will become a good road to use. It's a very nice road, but I don't think people will disappear all the way down there. Given it's this, they may stay in this area or use the road that goes underneath, but that's not a singular road. So on the voice chat, generally people do use the voice chat for the wrong reasons. They're all quite loud. I have it off because I can't see who says what. So it was an F word, the word beginning with F. He didn't specify that. You report someone in game, you click on their name. Right click to get your mouse, click on their name so it turns green, and then there's a flag icon in the little player list next to their name. Press that and it brings up a little window. Select what they've done and press send. Do that. It sounds complicated, but it isn't really. How long do you have to wait for an answer? To an appeal, up to a few days. But it usually doesn't take a few days. At least for your first answer anyway. Containing a video and then if you want to have a discussion, so. 11 to 2 hours. I said a few. A few normally means 3. So a couple means 2. Yes. Don't change lane there, please don't. Oh, you knocked him due to a little bit of desync going on. Why would you change lane so close? Did you actually indicate, or we've just got lights and hazards on all the time? There was the one indicator, and then did you do it again? Not that they would see that. Oh, you did. But they're not going to see that, are they? So why would you change lane so soon? Hoping that you're going to get the overtake done. On their screen, there may have been a bit of a distance, but in your mirror, you still see the person got knocked by something, and it was by you. So what's the outcome there then? Can I read your comment? If you... Some of the comments aren't being sent through, which is very interesting. If I didn't read your first one, it means it didn't come through. How fast? 110 on this server. Tom, welcome in. They were punished for an overtake, not keeping in mind that you are supposed to not accelerate and then merge right in front of someone. But also generally the desync thing needs to be kept in mind. Especially in a busy area, you can't just act like no one has lag. All players have lag, so you need to keep a bit more distance between each other. Of course, the lag doesn't exist in the real world, it's just your reaction time, but you still shouldn't merge directly in front of someone. So, how you doing? Hello, Macapaka. I appreciate that. I'm doing well. Even better now that you're not saying an odd message when you join. 150 is on Simulation 2 and Pro Mods and every other server. That's 150. And then on the arcade server, you can go whatever your truck lets you do. Which could be nearly 200 if you have the right engine. Yeah. Your last ban. No, you shouldn't or cannot link anything. You pay off your rent? Thanks, man. Your messages with the blank name, your messages aren't coming through. On my general chat widget thing, those aren't coming through. Is it because you don't have a username? There's no username visible? That's funny. Armin's ones though. You overtook at 110. You must have caused an accident or put someone in danger while doing that speed. Might have done that. It's not a good idea. Just don't do that. Wind, welcome in. Banned for a week for literally no reason. Was there literally no video provided with it, or is it just a reason that you disagree with? Because you supposedly didn't do whatever it was. Good job, good job. Was that really a success in your eyes? I mean, yeah, you overtook 2 people, but you hit both of them. No video. In a week. That's impressive. Did you appeal your ban? If you didn't, where are you supposed to be getting the video from? If you don't appeal, it means you don't want the video. Some people do silly things and then they just intentionally don't appeal. And that's on them. If you're strategic, yeah, Calais isn't too bad to get out of. Duisburg, however, is worse to leave. Terrible. B, how you doing? Welcome in. Letter B. You asked. You sent your appeal in, yes. Time to come clean. You were driving on the wrong side. Well, I appreciate admitting to that. Were you punished for doing it? You gotta learn now. Hello, Alan. Trailer hit the truck. When? Oh, when you overtook for the first time. You forgot to watch for the trailer. I'm glad you learned. That's good. You've got to learn that there is a vehicle behind you. If you spend so long playing vehicle games that only use a car, first time having, you know, something behind you, then you've got to keep that in mind. You're suing for an unlawful ban. Good luck. The guy you hit was the kindest guy. That's good. Generally speaking, it's up to the player. You can even hit someone full speed to the equivalent of dying in the real world, and if the person doesn't feel like reporting you, then they don't have to. It would otherwise be a bannable situation, sure. It's up to them. Some people don't let you overtake. No, there are some situations where you shouldn't anyway. Organization of the World. Sounds like a cult. Now that all your friends are coming into all the chats. Have I banned one of you and you're now saying all this other thing? We are the life, I see. Cult. Vicky, thank you for gifting a sub. What are you doing? Making good use of the discounts, hey? I appreciate that. Gifted them a towel. It's very interesting. This one they should have waited. Because there's a yield sign. I appreciate that. But, I mean, you know, if that was the only thing that happened, the person stopped, and then it's not that bad, but you don't know what the yield sign means, clearly. You just followed the one in front, and then just went for it. Why? Get the bob ready? Yeah, do it. Do it! Ah, a bit of a scratch as well. I mean, like, it's not good, but it's not, like, bad. It's fine. Not fine, but you know what I mean. Save it, save it. Good. That was very close. My God. Or is it other ones go first? When they enter the highway, and if they let you back in front, you're faster. Ah. Yeah. This is why people say the cars are worse. That, just those few seconds there, that's why they say the cars are worse. We've only just started the report, man. Anything you can do to avoid it? Not really, no. If a person's already been reported, they're just in a list. It would be a great idea to have the thing where multiple people can report the same one, but then people will abuse that. Because if they know it bumps the report up further in the list, they'll know that. I know a lot of people will use it for good purposes, but there will always be bad ones. Always be mischievous people. So sadly not. Or in the same way that if you reported for hacking, for example, it bumped the report in the list, then everyone would just report everyone for hacking, even if they're not. You just know that some people won't use it properly. The man didn't make a mistake. The one where they merged and they drove in front of the yellow and black one, that wasn't banned. They weren't banned for that. This one, however, yes, there is something to ban for. I'm just looking through the entire thing first. Nice. Of course there's something to ban for. How long would a second ban be? Could be the same as the first. First 3 can be whatever. The 4th one is when it drastically increases. So this one, there was a person that zoomed down here. Didn't hit them, luckily. Fake AI, yes. All of the above. But then they just went back the other way. That was the truck's fault. You can pass, but why are you doing this? Because the person reversed, but only like an inch. You tipped because that was your fault. I thought that would be the other car's faults. No, they weren't involved. Then you just, you know, didn't need to do that. How can you make your gears from 12 to 6? If your vehicle does not have a 6 speed, you can use one from a different truck and edit it in. But that's in the files, so you may not know how to do that. And then we had this ordeal here. For what random reason? You wouldn't know. You don't know if someone's been banned for that long or not. You don't see the length of the ban, I think. You might see the banner at the top that says they are banned. But that's about it. Enemy of the state. What state? I am. See, this just proves that Yari is just upset that someone banned them. That's all it is. You can use Fix or you can use F7, but Fix has a cooldown. Fix has a cooldown. That's probably why they would F7 as well. And it also doesn't fix the wear on the vehicle. It fixes the just the damage. The two values are different. I thought this would be a bit worse. I drive in real life? No, not officially. You have to do a test here, and I haven't bothered doing the test because I don't need to. If I am working here, where am I going? And it costs money. That was one of my members. What, this person here? So your members don't know how to drive, eh? That's unfortunate. Next AMA. The same one is still ongoing. Maybe next week we'll do another episode of reading them out so I do more videos. Because at the moment it's every week. This is so interesting where, of the 3 things that happened, the first one, they swerved to avoid the oncoming person and it didn't hit them. The next truck hit the car and they didn't have to hit the car. Then you just briefly overtook here, seemingly no reason, but you overtook one person. Like this. Which, yeah, it would be a kick at most. It's just very silly. You have an idea? What's your idea? Because I thought the other cars would be involved, but no. What's up? What's the idea? Train line. Trying to point redeem for lizards? It's a funny meme, but the more you do that, the more it will die. It's gonna die. Like, whenever there's a trend that comes out, people on TikTok streams always have it as their follow alert. They do that. So, and that's how it dies. Like, you know the Jet 2 thing that was a few months ago when it really blew up in popularity? Every single stream had follow alerts of that sound. Like, the full sound. I would lose my mind if that was my follow alert. I don't like long alerts. So. But that, the lizard sound is amusing because it's a very short sound. It can work. How much storage do you have? It all depends on the types of files you're dealing with. I record my streams, so they're in video files as well. Each video file isn't too large, but they're also not small files. So, see, he just hops on a different account. You've made all your name colors the same, which is funny. I like that. Coordination. So, one of the... Near the end of last year, I think I got an 8 terabyte hard drive just purely for VOD storage. That works fine. You don't have to have one of those. Whatever you feel works for you and whatever medium you're dealing with. Yeah. It's close. You there we go. You're changing lane, but very slowly. Hello, Manchester. Welcome in. Are you going to change back? This is the lane to be in. But the way that you did that was quite bad. Four point five? Yeah, my other one is 4. They're initially recorded onto the 4 and then I moved them to the 8. So the 4 doesn't fit up. Yeah. Is that a full-size triple in front? I think it is. Ooh, thank you, Tom. I appreciate the congrats. Yes, we hit 50k a week or 2 ago. I forgot what it actually was. But I saved it. Yeah. So this one was the bridge where you just took your time slowly merging. It still counts as merge. You can't just do that. You're still limited by speed. So if you're not able to successfully do it, then don't do it. Just don't do it. Posture is good. I'm not slouching. Well, I'm leaning over my desk a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm okay. To those that might be slouching in their chair right now, you need to sit up. Please do that. Play it with VR. You can play the game with a VR and a wheel and a full rig setup if you want. Can't play TMP with VR. Well, you can wear the VR set, but you cannot play the VR version of the game on Steam, because when you launch the game there are 2 branches of the game. Does that make sense? But they're basically the same, because I think the version that is the VR version isn't the same number. It's different. Yeah, somewhat. Like, you can wear the headset and work in anything. You just wear the headset and it just controls all the camera movements, like the eye trackers. I don't know how customization works, but how do you view the map? This is free cam. Legit VR. No, I know what you mean. Like, you can wear the thing. That's fine, and it works. Chat and names aren't showing. Oh, well, for some realistic driving, that could help. I've also seen when some people have triple screens and such, the names go a little bit dodgy. And they're not quite in the right place. Now, in that report, we didn't go and check where the triple was. So I don't know where they are. Welcome back. You're back. Welcome back. How do you view FreeCam? You need to change a few things in your game files. There are tutorials online on how to do it. I think I had a tutorial at some point, but I need to do a new one. So I'd recommend searching that up. ETS2 FreeCam. That's basically it. Same in ATS as well. This is Duisburg. This is just outside Duisburg. Duisburg is further down this road. Because the CD road is there. That's where it resumes. So the version will look a bit more like this. Just wider road. Yeah. Method hasn't really changed. No. No, but like when you do an old video, I want to redo an old video because they just sound bad. And, you know. Integrated. Oh, it is one version. Oh, I see. So it does work. Yeah, but you know how explaining that is going to be just really silly? Like, you're going to do this, but this, but this, but this. Do I know? No, I do not know. I do not know that name. That is your name. Is this particular player banned? I don't know them. Sadly not. 3 cars there. The middle one moved. Interesting. Can we start on subchat? No. We don't have to do that. I don't like using those modes. You can just time the player out. Time out. If Zero starts to speak again, because you notice how they've gone quiet, then, there's this. Then, you know, they can go as well. 2 of their alt accounts have gone, and now they've, you know, 1 left. Why are we doing this? What does this do? You're turning from the wrong lane. Person, excuse me. It's the wrong lane. If you're not in the right lane by that time, that's your fault, eh? Don't do that. Play it daily? No, I do not play it daily, no. A few days a week? Not for very long at all. The rest of it is spent doing other things. Either content creation, editing things that aren't mine, which is nice to have a break from it. Or just chilling. 11 bands, congrats. CD Road is not getting like removed, it's getting revamped. So it's going to look different. Is this the same one? This one just drove all this way down from this corner. Because we saw them parked on that corner. You think because you're police you can just go anywhere you want, you see? That's not how that works, mate. You're not an official licensed policeman. I admire the determination there. Can I open your brother's ban? No, your brother would need to appeal the ban. That's how it works. Why is it getting revamped? 2 different teams. They have a general mapping team, but then the mapping team gets split into smaller members. So each revamp or new DLC or something has maybe 10 members? Max? Each one does their own thing, which is why they can work on multiple things at once. By shorts. Polly, I do have both. There's 2. If you go to the channel, you'll find both should be there. Both work. Hello, Trash. Welcome in. The Nordic Horizons is the bit that's above what's already there. To pair that up, they're redoing Scandinavia as well.
VTC that's just right for you? No? Well, I'll tell you anyways. Join Crew's crew, they haul.
That's it? So nothing. What do you mean nothing? No, Scandinavia DLC is like 10 years old. To bring it up to the modern standards of how good the Nordic Horizons will be, they're also redoing that. There he is. He spoke. Yes. They crawled out of their own dungeon again. There they go. Yeah, cut off halfway. That's a shame. But thank you for the bees. I appreciate that. Big fan. The UK, that's going to be a different team. I'm waiting for them to announce that, but you know. Not much about Norway. No, the roads do get a bit scarce when you go up there, but there's still quite a lot up there, though. It's not just Norway. You know, there's stuff up there. You can't just not have that. What server? Sim 1. Simulation 1. Promods. No, Promods is just a map mod. It just so happens that Promods is what it eventually ends up looking like, because they do it first. I don't know how many are on the Promods mapping team. But that's why we compare them to Promods. Hence the supposed CD Road tweak. My video flew along the Promods version so you can use your imagination and think this is what it could look like. Because then what you'll need to do is, upon it being remade, you'll need to, number 1, compare it to what it looks like currently in this form, and 2, with the actual Promods version, and see how close it really is. I'm sure some people will do that. Oh yeah. See how good they look. We're having an eventful day today. I like this. Guess, are you timing them out like, or are you banning them? Basically just like terrorist organization. They're terrorist fanboys. Oh, you just push straight through them. Burn ban. Okay, yeah, that's good. Because I don't see the length, I just see it disappear. Both did the same thing. Why would you both do the same thing, eh? This one waited, this one took their chances, went a bit further. For some reason this one drove through them and pushed them. I don't know how, but they just did. It's quite funny then. Oh, there we go. That one got hit. Okay. But then the car, however, the car didn't push. The car just did their own thing of kind of, you know, didn't care. Yeah, didn't care. Just don't do that. You don't do that. Don't need to overtake like that. That doesn't make sense to do that. No plates. It's good to see. Chat, you should know this about trolls. If a troll comes in and you start talking about them and saying, oh, you're a sad person, blah, 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 like, yes, they are, but you're giving them attention. Don't talk about them. Just ban them. and then we just resume and we continue with our lives. Shh. That's how it works. Troll 101. Smart idea, exactly. You admin? Yes, I am. Desync will ever be they're trying to improve desync stuff. If they improve the way that the game works and such, then there's a chance. But don't forget, you've got people playing from different sides of the world. And of course there'll be a difference in their performance. Follow mode won't fix that. Follow mode won't fix that. Because then they'll follow, which is nice. But then they'll say it, and I don't want that follow. It's easier to time out. It's not a spam. It's not a pandemic of people swarming into the chat. Your performance enhancements. We'll need some more performance enhancements because the game doesn't currently use all of your specs properly. It's limited, which is why no matter how good your PC is, it sucks. So you did that several times. Why? Where are you in a rush to that all those other people are not? That's my number one question. Favorite crisp player? I don't know, but I'm quite a big fan of the Pringles sour cream and onion. What's your favorite Pringles flavor? On and will? No, they won't be like that. They're cracking down on it anyway, but it's not going to be put on me because I'm not the one doing it. Pepperoni pizza Pringles? That's a thing. Interesting. Pringles are very nice. Siren? That siren is the baggage thing moving around in the building. We saw it before. There's that thing there. It's moving back and forth. Yeah. Hello, Killer. Welcome in. Whole idea of better performance in third person. You'd think it would be the other way around because you can see more in third person, so therefore more is loaded in. It's very strange. But then again, it doesn't load in your interior? I don't know. Fire alarm? Sorry to make you panic about that. Why did they turn around? Were you just discovering or what? Or were you being a naughty here? Yeah? No? Maybe? Stop being a bit. Graphics. They need to just fix a bunch of stuff, but they will. They will. And again, we've tried to fix little bits as well. There we go. What's your motive? What was the point in that? Lagging. Lag doesn't matter because you were already doing that. And you also have no brakes. Because you had no need to change lane. It was a straight line. Don't do that. That shows how lag doesn't really matter. Might be intoxicated. Well, if they say that, then that's not a good sign. I'll just say, well, that's unfortunate. Free roam. Yes. Getting out of the vehicle would be nice. Any means of interacting with the world around you, that would be very nice. Again, we've seen that in other games as well, and it works really well. It's not easy to just add that. But all in due time, I'd like to see that. Even if they do... What am I saying? I looked at Mikolai's message. They weren't bad for just changing lanes. They merged directly in front of someone else to cut them off, which is what the ban is for. So even if they do the method of how players work in flight farm sim, where it's kind of dorky little model that runs around, at least you're separate from your vehicle at that point. In this game, you're locked into your vehicle. You are the vehicle. Yes. Hello, Felix. Welcome in. Look at that. There you are, Felix. Just as you join. Change the world? Yeah, you don't even have a model of yourself there. It's just the camera at that point. And they could even do that, couldn't they? You don't have to have a body rendered in. Though to some extent SES do have NPC models, though they're just coded to do a little walking around or sweeping or something. Did not expect that outcome. Scoot. I mean, yeah, you braked, but what was that about? You're supposed to brake before the corner. Yeah, they're just modeled animations. That's all it is. The team is a volunteer role. You volunteer to be part of the team. It doesn't have to be this particular team. It could be support team, event team, things like that. The entire project is a volunteer project. It's nice for me because I happen to make content around the game as well, like the stream you're watching right now. 2 massive crashes, 10 cars. That's insane. Any particular numbers of the people involved? You can't just say that it happened. Within the next year, that's a bit of a stretch. I can unban players, but not one, not by you asking me to, and 2, not just for no reason on stream. I have the ability to, of course. I'm not gonna just do that. Look at your appeal. Rio, whoever punished you will look at your appeal. Maybe me, may not be me. Maybe. There is a server speed limit. This server has 110 kilometers as the speed limit. Sim 2, which doesn't have the busy traffic of the CD road, has 150. So you cannot compromise. Do you want a lot of people and maybe the ability to go 110, or do you want less people but you can go faster? You choose. No, in ATS as well, any server that TruckersMP has, we have American Truck Sim servers as well. So both apply. Promods available just for the main maps. What do you mean the main maps? If everyone moved over to Sim 2, that's what we wondered would happen. The whole point of Sim 2 being back is that there was a poll several years ago to work out what specifically the player base wants. Configurations and things like that. One of them was that they wanted something similar to Sim 1 but with a higher speed limit, so they compromised and had Sim 2, different server but higher speed limit, and no one moved because the crowd is glued to Sim 1. If the crowd moves, then it'll work. You can't just have 2 people moving because then people won't follow. Look at tickets, not on stream. Not stream. Appeals, I don't do support tickets, but reports on the website as well, we don't do those on stream. They do get looked at. Should you get this game, your wheel doesn't do a full circle. Well, you can play the game with a wheel that doesn't go all the way around, but that'll feel weird after a while. It's nice to have a wheel that actually goes all the way around. The full, at least 900 degrees would be nice. Because your car lost control, I see, yes. So whatever is in the appeal, your side of it will be there, and then the person that has the video will also put their side of it there as well. They hit the barrier. When you kind of jolt off the barrier. The Ferrari wheel, I've heard about that one, yeah. Oh, you've got your own vid as well, that's even better. That's good, that's good. So then they can see your perspective. Yeah, it could be the case of what I'm doing now. So if, for example, it was me that was doing it, the videos will come after the session. Because it would be nice if they were automatically uploaded. When do you think it will come? Minimum for console, to me, end of this year. That's minimum. Likely next year. But I don't work for the company. I do not have insider information. I'm just a person that guesses stuff. This one is like they're moving along, they're doing this. Who did you actually hit? It was the one that you jolted out because you hit the barrier and then you wanted to move in again. Yeah? This kind of thing. Where now that you're in the middle of the road, people are trying to squeeze past you. But it's not entirely set up by them. Three days, Felix, 3 days. A few days. So this, what's the truck doing? You were in the left lane as well. Stay in the left lane. That was a little bit of a brake check thing. It was just weird. Fix is available on another trailer on arcade. It's unrealistic to use it like that on the normal servers. If you want to fix your vehicle, don't get it damaged or visit a repair station. That's how it works. Realism. 26, yeah. Based on their procedures, but I'm not a fan of all the spam about it. It's not a good sign. You want your best community ever, the community that loves everything and is very active and things like that, but then you got the people that spam about, oh, console. Why? Yeah, you'd have to feedback it, yes. And then they'll chase whoever's doing it and be like, oi, why is it not being looked at? Something like that. That person just got an absolute smacking there. Ready. Kablam. That's unfortunate. That's lag. Yeah, the speed limit doesn't really make a difference, even if, ironically, in cities where the speed limit is far lower, 60, for example, you can still have people bumping into each other. But back before the Sim 1, Sim 2 setting came around, you had Europe 1, Europe 2, and so on. Europe 2, which is now Sim 1, was 150 anyway. And of course you had a lot of incidents there. Sure. Save on console. No, you wouldn't have this. I don't think you'd have this set up. Again, you need them to give you information, because the more you assume how it could be, and then if your assumption kind of makes sense, then you're just guessing things at that point. You're not but the only one. There are 2 YouTube streams. There are 2 YouTube ones. You can alternate between either one. If you want to see more of the view, you can see the landscape one if you want. I'm just testing it out, so I can have a look at the analytics afterwards. Opinion on cars. Cars are fine. It's the drivers. If you remove the cars, they do the exact same thing in the trucks. We know this because we already see them do the same thing in the trucks. We know this. This was poorly timed, but if that was really the only thing they did, it's not terrible, right? It's, you know, this one wasn't moving that quickly anyway. If you went after that one, you'd have even more space, even more time to do it. Let's remove the speed limit. Just have it full, uncontrolled, nothing. What you need is an arcade server for the arcade. So literally nothing. You can do whatever you want, even cheating. Mods don't check it out. And just, you know, you'll soon find how the actual trolls that could benefit from using that won't find it fun. Go on the Alps. Why? What's happening on the Alps? For extras. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know also. I assume whenever a new version of the game comes out, all platforms would then be updated at the same time, because they can just push it out. Convoy. If there's a convoy happening on the Alps, that's fine. There's no need to check that out. But again, see, we're just assuming, like, oh, yeah, that sounds like, you know, it could work like that. It could, you know. When they have information, they will give you information, and they have never given sort of information you don't understand, if that makes sense. They give you a blog post and they just list a bunch of stuff. So you'll need to wait for that. As I think we said either yesterday or the day before, the information most people want, a date would be nice, how exactly it's going to work, what features you'll have or not have, including how mods will work, and that's basically it. This was kind of blocking, but they're still following the queue a bit. Assuming makes an ass out of you and Ming, it does. See? Are they... This isn't the same person. No. And then there's this one doing the same? You are. So where did our friend go then? Did they give up? Because they're not in this line. Don't know where they went. They had a yellow trailer. Tuna. Hello, Hilo, big fan. What do I want them to add? I think I answered this when I had my little interview thing with SES themselves. I wanted to see getting out of the vehicle. I also wanted to see multiple destinations for your cargo. So say if you take a double trailer, you then drop off the back trailer and then continue and then drop off the front trailer somewhere else. That'd be nice. There are obviously a bunch of other things, but they're not incredibly relevant to me. Like a lot of people want tandem trailers. Sure, I might use those, but they're not like, I want that. I really want that. Tandems wouldn't be one of those things. What else? UK rework, true, that could be quite nice to have, yeah. Hot dog. In-game. You know how you can have a burger complete in the cardboard box and the lid flaps open? We need a burger. We need a hot dog. Apple juice. Yes. You need to make a report. You click on their name and then press the flag icon in your player list. Though the thing is, the more time you wait, the more time it may not cover. It's 2 minutes. You have to be pretty quick. Otherwise the event won't be seen in the report. You were the one that was sitting here. And you just pushed your way in. Is this the same report? Fred? Yes, it is. Leave that. Ballistic, thank you for the 7 stream stick. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. The yellow one. No, they had a yellow trailer, it was a black truck. Something like that. Is this the one we just saw that did the... This is the same one. They just did the U-turn and now they're going back. So I guess they finally reached this spot. Yeah. Crashed into you on the wrong side. I see. So yes, that would need reporting, but you've got a limited amount of time to do it. I don't know what this one did yet. I have a feeling they're going to sneak down this side like this one's doing right now. Because what is this one doing in front? Why? Anymore. I don't think, Bert, I don't think TMP will, the way that TMP works. You might have convoy, so you'll have some essence of multiplayer, which I think in general, assuming TMP never existed, convoy is fine for most people. If you just want to play with a few people. It's totally fine. Maybe lag, maybe. Maybe they'll try and squeeze through, ignoring the fact that, oh no, go this way. Is this it? Go that way, that way, that way? Yes. It's close. Good job. Hazards, by the way, if they're on all the time, there's no point in having them on. What are we being hazardous of? You? You're a danger? You are. You're not in danger. You're the danger. Convoy wouldn't be the thing as early as it was. You mean as late as it was? Or what? You mean if TMP wasn't the thing, they wouldn't have done multiplayer yet at all? Because at some point they would have wanted to make the game into some form of multiplayer. Right? This is, I've seen people do this before. If you genuinely saw that just in that brief instance, luckily no damage, just kick. Such a small scenario. Oh. Oh, really? Well, you can clearly see that you swerved there, huh? I thought it was just the blocking person doing it, but no. Well. What was that for, hey? And you just sit there, hoping that they will fix themselves as if nothing happened. And then they disappeared, of course they did. Nice. So it's not the blocking one's fault. This one also How do you merge back? Is it safely or not? Still silly. It's in a report, so you're not going to like literally kick because it's not for the same length of time. Oh, they did again though. Twice is a bit interesting. Twice. Where are you rushing to? You're all going to the same place, aren't you? Don't see your comments. I think it just gets skimmed over. Maybe you just said something so silly and random that's, you know, it's just Axel saying something silly. Why not? Your truck was 100% damaged. How is my first impression of that? How? Yeah, the thing that happened over the bridge, we ignored that at first. It was really weird. Let them spawn in. Hold on. It's not been deleted. I just wondered if they spawn in like this. They did. So we'll never know. Because if you're there the entire time, what are we meant to do about that? Though, yes. What was that? Oh, you lagged? Which made you bump into the car, but you didn't actually bump into the car? Oh dear. Ever banned the wrong person? Yes, a few times. And then of course you would immediately go and unban them. Then hope they understand. I've also kicked the wrong person. It happens. You don't ban them then just say, oh, I'll deal with it later, whatever. We obviously go and immediately sort it out. That's why I make sure who I'm clicking.
Huh?
How you doing? I'm doing good, Lenny. How you doing? To make sure that doesn't happen in my case, by the way, you'll notice that instead of just clicking someone's name like this, if they're in a busy crowd, I will spectate them so I know I'm locked onto this. This is the person I need. Just to make sure. That's how I do that. So you'll see me spectating and making reports, just, you know, that is my person. And by accident. Ah, was it removed soon afterwards, or? You'd hope so if it was an accident. Do you enjoy the job? Yes. Again, why would you be doing it if you don't enjoy it? I know people have to, because it's the only way they make money in the real world, but you shouldn't be if you don't enjoy it. Because I'm not doing it a lot. You may see that this stream pop up a lot in a lot of the clips, but this really isn't a very long stream. In fact, it ends in about 15 minutes. So, no need to do more than what is necessary. There can already be plenty of things to come out of this stream. Hello, what is V8 MAN, huh? See the bloody badge there? Tut tut. If you join TMP, yes, you can join this server. This is a TMP server. It is Simulation 1. When you get to the server list in TMP, it's the first one. The one that has 3,000 people on it. If each job was the same in real life as in ETS, well, I mean, yeah. But if you take a job in-game that gets you, let's say, 100k to go across most of Europe. Now, yeah, it might take maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in-game. It'd take you a few days in the real world, so... I mean, hey, 100k, though. Don't think it gets you that much in the real world. I don't know. 100% damage, you kept turning off. Yes, you kept going to people by accident. Okay, so why would you not just pull over or immediately teleport away to then repair your vehicle? If it's on 100%, there's a very slim chance it will actually start moving. Why would you let it get to that point? Now, yeah, someone else might have hit you to get you to 100%. But, you know, you can just stop briefly in that moment and press F7. That's all you need to do. Who was it you banned by accident during a convoy? I don't know. When was this? Absolutely smashed. Exactly. Hello, Tropical. This is you? Your report? You're in the blue. I see. What does this person do then? Because I highlighted their dodgy edit they've got. 285k for 3.2k? That sounds great. That sounds lovely. Yeah, exactly. More than many people earn in several years. You can do fix, but the thing is they may have already used it. There is a timeout, a time limit on fix. Years ago. Oh, it's Vantage. That was the one, yes. I ended up banning them instead of clicking the other person's name. It may have been so old that it may have been before the time where you could spectate someone else. So you had to still be locked on to the main person but only click the other person. Already used it? See? So you weren't able to use it again. It was on timeout. Did you mean to report this one? Or specifically this one? Can't balance the volume? I don't know how to do that. I've never really done that. Interior and exterior. Then you got to balance it between... Oh, it's here, isn't it? Makes sense. It took you a long time to report that. When you have a load of people near you in interior versus exterior as well. You need to hear that. Give me someone, you're awesome, then you ban them? Yes, turbo all the way up. Just have it whistle in your ear. Yeah, you need that. An American cab over? I have not. I'm not particularly a fan of that. Now, it sounds funny because, of course, that's basically the style in ETS that we're using. But it just isn't the same. I think you knew they were going to move. I think you knew they were going to do that, right? This one as well. Doesn't help move. Could put his hazards on, yes. But the thing is that even the hazards, hilariously, can be a bit confusing because some people drive with the hazards on all the time. As if it's just an accessory. So what's the point? These two merged badly, but they're not very, very, very dangerous. The other one also briefly bumped into you a little bit. Those are more... They're closer to a kick than a ban. If you put it on like a massive scale of what is this worth? And yeah. That's the thing would be for that one. Those people that sort of squeeze next to someone else as the barrier starts, no matter what, and they're just revving their engine, pushing the person. That's stupid. That's worse. Oh, you see, like that. Saw that? I had an instinct that something like that would happen. It's just not necessary. Yeah, you'd be used to it in the American game. You'd be used to that. Tomorrow. Oh. Yeah, we haven't checked quotes in a while. 74, 2020. God damn. That was kind of your fault. Luckily, not much happened there. You should have waited. Good job. Well, well. Why? What's that about? Happens to you IRL, you cut them off? You cut them off? Why? Is this the same one? It's another purple. A lot of people using purple on this vehicle. A Mac OS version? I have no idea. I think it can work, but I don't know how they make it work. That's tropical. Here he is. What's watching Onk? A lot of OGs here. I appreciate that a lot of people have been sticking around. They may not play the game as much themselves now, but they still sort of stick around and hang around. I like that. And that, in a way, is what I'd hope would happen. If, for example, I were to sort of slow down on streaming even more for whatever reason, it would be nice to still have people hanging about, sort of interacting with each other. Since 1976, damn, I wasn't even around at that time. We have a lot to look at. That previous crash you just saw is because the person was clinging to the side, hoping to overtake, but they never actually sat behind the person. So it was their fault. Oh, it's quite done. Following. How long, I think. How long is the command? Or follow age? Either one. Way too late. These cars aren't a prime. There was a prime truck that went by though. Hello, Luca. Welcome in. Mac OS. I mean, will it work on Linux? You can put anything you want on Linux. You can kind of emulate Windows. For the sake of that. Linux is just whatever you want. Yeah, they were breaking, and it was still not enough. You merged out when people were approaching. You could have waited a little bit more, but then again, someone else was coming, so... Yeah. Look at Windows 7. Windows 7? I mean, yeah, that was a good version, but why? Why go back? Nearly 5 mix. The count is getting so old. Pay attention. No, yeah, that merge looked a bit strange, like an NPC merge, right? Because they weren't able to merge because someone else was going past them. I understand that, but then this one just doesn't, you know, just stay past. Not necessarily really dumb. Avala, hello, I'm doing well. How is your day going? How's your week going? Halfway through. Yes, LM, what's up? It will be Ben, hold on, we're just adding up all the things they do. You see this? Why are you clinging next to them? It's not necessary. And then we have the poorly timed merge at the end. You could have gone now. But no, you were waiting for your friend, weren't you? Hello again, Venus. Yeah, you can use a small car with a caravan. I don't know what the jobs go for. You could have merged behind the bus. Maybe that wasn't your plan, but you know, this wasn't intentional, but this was still avoidable. Does that make sense? It's just a bit silly. Raven, welcome in. Hold on a minute, I'm tabbed out. I'm acknowledging that I'm tabbing out. Right.
Huh?
Do we look at the other ones? I want to see specifically the one that was following them. This. You're at 80. You could have tried to overtake, but you didn't. Why didn't you just go for it? System has winning. Good luck to them. I hope it goes well. You're attending it, I assume? Nice. That wasn't the car's fault. Then we've got this, of which there's a whole lot of something going on here. Can I review your appeal? No. Not by you asking. Nah, you see, brake swerving, emergency brake. Oh, I understand that, but you got to be careful though. Why were you not slowing down beforehand? Same game got me banned. Well, yes, it would be in this game, wouldn't it? Then you got this one, this one. Bit of chain reaction going on there. That's quite funny. You're in automatic, I assume. Because indeed, when you slam the brakes on, your truck slides quite a bit, doesn't it? Is it your controller? It hasn't come through. I don't see it. Not in my list. I appreciate that if you have. Max has as well. Radu has. These two, just avoiding these ones. All of this is preemptive braking. Not, you know, going full speed into a crash. Kind of thing. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. That was close. This one was also very silly. Even though they were slowing down, you still could have... I feel that's the worst one of the lot. because you arrived. Look, you can see the amount of people. Why is your instinct just to pass them? They even started moving. What's the point? And if your brakes are, you know, it takes you that long to slow down, you need to turn them on. That's quite bad. It's quite bad. I mean, yes, check out Calais. Calais is always on fire. Duisburg is always on fire. Yesterday quote? Oh, man. We're close. See, you could argue to say, well, at least they stopped, but like, come on. You managed to squeeze past some of them at least early, and then you were almost going to do it again. Were you streaming yesterday? No, I didn't stream yesterday, no. No one saw it. Mods gave up on Calais. No, you see, you could be there in Calais, and then the moment you do sort it out, you leave and you go and check somewhere else. And it dies again. Brakes? It may not be realistic, but turn your brake intensity all the way up. Or at least close to all the way up. For the sake of the CD road, because you never know when you need to slam your brakes on. Now, yeah, sometimes that's still not enough. But, you know. They don't know defensive driving. Explain defensive driving. What does that mean to you? Welcome in, Kumo, by the way. How you doing? Defensive driving. City's fine. Do you mean intersection? The lights? Ah, this always happens. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. You get a few problem people at the merge as well.
Huh?
4 crashes before. Well, then I don't see them. That's also silly, because I just saw that. You can't merge when someone is next to you. That's just not how that works. When you drive like everyone is going to pull out in front of you, cut you off. Okay, so how do you then drive like that? So you also be a maniac or what? Or rather, you just hold back a bit. And be a bit hesitant. Then I do that then. Yeah, because if I'm just sketchy if someone's getting a bit close, I don't get closer to them. Yeah, holding back is fine. That's sensible. Even if they don't appear to be visibly lagging, so. Slow down and observe, exactly. Don't use mods because they are not supported by the server. The mod basically needs to be on the server for the server to recognize you have it. Someone crashed into you? I'm looking at the wrong place, you see. Where were you then? Because this is generally when someone drives out at the red light, when they have green. Or this one, where I bet you this person's going to turn left. Shake the lights! Another one tomorrow. Ooh. Save it. No, you can't save it at the mods. No, sadly not. Not in the way you want to use the mods. There are some things that work if you set them up in single player first. Sort of truck configurations. You can give yourself more fuel, more money. You can't do those directly on TMP first. It's those darn cars, man. All the cars are squeezing through. And then you got someone that tries to merge at the last second, you know. It will always happen. Don't do it. If it's going to end badly, don't do it. Where are we modding? This is outside Calais. Calais, the city, is just over there. One of the 2 busy places. Calais. Is it true this game is going to merge? No, that's just a nice thing that we want to see. That's a funny idea. Yeah, you're going to turn left as well? Yes, you are. But yeah, I mean, you're not pushing them. Don't do that. Someone got banned. The way that would work is we think that you take the same job and then somehow when you get to the boat, it launches ATS instead? Because then, are you going to be in your European truck on the American roads, or vice versa, or are you going to be in your American truck with the same job? How's that work? So, you know, you take a job from London to San Francisco. That sounds cool. How are you going to do that, though? Even with escorts? Yes, escorts are kind of a little thing that players can do on their own means if they want. The escorts don't get any priority over anyone else, because it's just role-playing at that point. Dev, welcome in. Nick, welcome in. Wasn't me, welcome in. What do you think about save edits? Well, there are so many of them. Some are fine, some are a bit extreme, some are not necessary. Iceland Tunnel, you could use that to drive all the way. What I'd also like to see, going back to the idea of having what things would you like to see in the game, one interesting feature that's not necessary at all, it's not immediate, would be when you go on a boat or something, or when you go to somewhere else that appears to be quite far away on the map, the time between it actually takes a while. So instead of the bar going across loading you into the game in about 10 seconds, it takes a minute. Maybe you got a bit of a time lapse. It's something that shows that there's a bit of more time passing if you travel longer. You know, because you're really going to switch between both games, crossing the Atlantic in about 2 seconds. Yeah, the river crossings, the one in you know what I mean, the Romanian one, something like that, yeah. Oh, imagine that in the Dover crossing. Oh, you get in your little off-brand P&O ferry crossing. That'd be cool. Yeah, it kind of shows the journey. Exactly. Yeah, you know how when you begin the special transport job, you got the cinematics of your vehicle and things like that? Yeah, more of those would be nice. To be longer. The time between... I kind of went off topic from the original question there. That's just a random other thing. I Want to Live. That's a good movie. 317. ID 317? Longer loading times, yes. You know the GTA in the clouds? That's what I want. 317 or 3171? Because they're in Lille now. Unless they relogged. This is 317. This is ID 317. They're in Lille. 3171, however, isn't online. CD Road is always busy because it just happened to be the road of choice. It has more people on it, so more people will go and check out why there's loads of people there. This is another reason why I don't go to IDs. You don't just say the ID, because chances are it's the wrong ID, or they've already been kicked for it. How is that? It's already in front of you. Well, then their ID is not 317. Because how? Are you sure it's 317? Is it not 817? What's your ID? A bit of yours. Are you sure? Was 16. That's different. You're in a different place. Snitches. Yeah, in ATS they seem to be a bit more chill about it, but when you do see reports in ATS, they are almost as strict or random as in Promods, as if they take it a bit more seriously. The next Calais Duisburg? Okay, so the assumption is that upon the road being remade, people will either stay there, because it's not like it's being removed, it's just being tweaked visually. They could go underneath, so down, Lille, Brussels, Liège, and then up, or somewhere else. People want, where is it, this road to become the new one, tweaked, of which you have to leave one of the nearby cities first to get to it. I mean, you know, this one could be one as well. Why not? New Bern. You don't know what people are going to do until it's actually going to happen. and we're going to study it. It's like the migration for the in the winter or something.